What's going on, my friends? I do hope that you're well. I'm doing all right, just doing my thing, staying busy, trying to get a lot of music done, doing other things. I'm still working on the element where I, in fact, got packaged in today. It was those divider curtains. I think they were supposed to come tomorrow, but they came a day early. They always do that. It's UPS. So, being that where I live, there's not enough packages for a Amazon Flex driver or an Amazon van to come up here every day. Sometimes I see the Amazon vans there, and sometimes you don't. That's why they get that extra UPS. And if it's not too big, I'll just send it to an Amazon locker up in Somerville, or down in Somerville. And I'll grab it there. Like I ordered something the other day, yesterday, and it's going to that locker. Oh, I know what it was. Solar power, like a little solar, really nice light that's going to light up my shed. It's bright as hell. I'm going to hang it in the center, and the solar panel is going to power. It's going to be pretty cool. So that's where we're at with technology, my friends. Solar power with batteries and the stuff we have for RVs is amazing. Van life, tent life, whatever the hell you choose. It's amazing what you can do. I mean, if you planned it right, you could actually live off grid in some places if you wanted to and have a septic tank. If you want to spend enough money to do it, you can do enough solar panels, and they make these all-in-one units that'll power your whole house. And if you need to run the washer dryer or your AC, you can get a huge propane tank and run a Generac generator. You can have an electrician and them install that generator and wire the house to that. And you can run 12-volt lighting and fans, everything you need for everything else, and propane for your heat if you need to. I mean, you want to live off grid, you can do it. If you're not living somewhere where it's illegal, which, you know, around here it's kind of hard to do unless you live in a remote area of the county, you know, and that sort of thing. And they not much they're going to say what you want to do with your own property. I mean, it's just the way it is. So, but with that said, this box here, I'm going to bet, is these curtains. I just want to do an unboxing on the camera. I don't know why they want to, like, you haven't seen something taken out of a package on camera here. You're like, oh, the box, it just looks so new and like a box. We just open it up, you know. Sure, it's the first time I've opened it too. I hadn't seen it. Anyway, we don't want to get all that dramatic with that. But I think these are better than the last ones I got. The last ones I got, as I said in the last video, the damn things look like two Chinese skirts from Chinese girls. Just took their skirts and threw them in there with some hooks and a rod and said, oh, I think these will work. No, they won't work. They aren't tall enough and they aren't wide enough. So these, however, I believe are could be the ticket. So you see the picture of them right there. Let's hope they're tall enough, because I ordered the ones that are had to be at least 48 inches high and about 60 inches wide. So I think that's about where we're at with this. Let's see what the quality of these things are like. They feel good. And I don't need any sealant. What in the hell is that? We don't need that. But what I do need, however, I didn't even plan this. I was going to talk about something else. If I can remember what the hell I was going to talk about. But hey, I'm doing great. We're working. One thing is I was talking about the element. We are working on it, and I do remember actually what I was going to talk about. So with this said, there's a couple of different options for hooks. You've got these that can go hook. I've got two plastic panels from the ceiling, a little trim mold that comes down and it goes to the wall, and you could just hook them into that and run the curtain rod over it. But there are bigger ones, and I don't exactly know what's going to be the better. And I won't know until I really get this and see if I can get them hung up. Now, lately, when I order things from Amazon, I try to keep all the packaging, everything neat and to the T. So, as if I've never used it, I just opened it, looked at it, and go, well, that's not going to work, you know. Because, honestly, sometimes it will, and sometimes it won't. Now, another thing that the video showed is that these little buttons that were supposed to go to the center of the curtain to put them together were supposed to be magnetic. These don't appear to be, but they're, again, plastic, but they're not. Maybe they are. Hell, I don't know. But we'll figure all that out. If I could just get them up. All I need them, these are not really meant to be thermal curtains, but they're meant to be just privacy curtains, because I like the fact I'm going to have a gap over the top for one reason. If I turn the AC on and point them up, it might let the AC come over the top, and it can, do that. Because really the only thing is that at night, if you're not in the desert of Arizona in the middle of the summer where the breeze at night, it still gets hot. But here, when the sun goes out, everything cools off and there's a cool breeze. It actually is nice, with an exception of possibly some mosquitoes and some humidity. But this is another one that might possibly work. So I got to figure out what all it is. I think these will screw into the rod somehow, some way that is in the box. Let's pull that out. I think that's similar to the last one we had. And, no way around it, but I can tell you that this is made in China too. Everything is made in China, folks. I just give up on going, I'm never buying anything made from China again. Well, if you live these days on that premise, well, I guess you're just going to live without, because sorry to tell you that made in America is hard to come by anymore, and it's sad. It should never be like that. I'm going to have to figure out in these curtains how these are coming together. Now, there are colored dots. These aren't really as good as the last rod, but as long as it works, I don't care. These little colored dots right here are probably going to, in the instructions, if I read them, will tell me how this thing goes together. So I think I know what those plastic tabs are for. They're for the end of these, and they hook into that, which is good. So I like that. So I get it, and these will work just fine. So we'll figure that out. That we will, my friends. But anyway, other than that, I didn't want to get on for 7 to 10 minutes babbling about this. I'm thinking about, I want to take a couple of trips this summer. I do want to take another cruise. I've been thinking about that this summer. God, it's been too long. I want to talk more about cruising, because I said in one video I'm a platinum status cruiser with Carnival Cruise Lines. It's been a few years since I've gotten on a cruise. I was hitting a bunch of them there for a little while, and it was pretty cool, but you get kind of burnt out on that. I really would love to go somewhere I haven't been, but man, I just don't know. A lot of the stuff I want to go to, it's like they're booked up and it's next year, and I may have to just say put some money and put it down on a cruise to Hawaii next year, But I'll call the guy who hasn't called me in a while from Carnival. I think his name was Daniel. I'm your cruise assistant. I'm your guy and your rep. Call me, but they change all the time. But Daniel has stayed there longer than most of them, but it's been a while since he's called me. I need to call him and say, Daniel, you're my cruise planner. You're with Carnival. Talk to me. I'm platinum status. I want the best rate. I want to know what to do. Because if I do one from Hawaii, I'll tell you this is a good trick, something to do. If you RV or van life or something, you can go cross country, allow yourself for about 4 days, get out there, drive to LA, because the cruise, there's one that leaves Los Angeles, Carnival, and it's 15 days. If you want to take about 23 days off, or if you're able to take a month off, I don't even know. A lot of people can't get that much vacation time unless they tell their boss, I know it's unpaid time if I could just have it. Maybe I have some sick time, or take a short-term disability that's not so much disability if you can prove it. I don't know if you could do that, but be that it may, it's about 15 days. You go down, do the Hawaiian Island jump, and then you come back, and there's 2 stops in Mexico. Sometimes you hit them going down. I've seen it in the past, and sometimes coming out. I'd love to do that. But my point is you save yourself several $1,000s in airfare than flying straight to Honolulu and jumping on the boat. It's so expensive. And I think I've looked at the cost, and I need to look again. I may be wrong about this. Excuse me. I may be wrong about this, but I was looking about a couple thousand a person, $2,500 a person or something for this cruise, which is not bad for 15 days of Hawaiian Island jump if you've never been to Hawaii. So that's cool. These are buttons, are snap fit buttons on these curtains, which is cool. That works even better. Didn't mean for my ADD to kick in and squirrel. But what I was saying is that I think that's the most cost-efficient way. You stay in a hotel there in Los Angeles, park in the lot. Cruise lot might be your most secure there at the port, unless you have a hotel that has security. Like when I cruise out of Cocoa Beach there, Port Canaveral, and I love it. That's my favorite port to cruise out of. And yet we have them here in Charleston for a few more months. Carnival's moving to Norfolk. Charleston didn't renew it with him for some reason. I don't know why. That's a problem we have. But Port Canaveral, you got the hotel. You can stay there, and part of that fare is they let you park your car there, and they 2 vouchers for a shuttle bus. They take you to the cruise terminal, and they've got that down to a science. Port Canaveral is one of the coolest. It's like an airport for cruise ships. It's so cool. I think it holds like 6 or 8 cruise ships at a time, and that's where Disney goes out of, so which is cool. So, but be it that it may, I'm thinking about that. But what I want to do, and I'm thinking about doing, is which I think would be good, is I may go up to New England again. Maybe take about a week or 2 and go up there. I might sneak up into Nova Scotia. I've never been up there in Canada, and go see the coastline. They say it's so beautiful up there. And if I don't, I may save that until I can do a cross-Canadian trip and go. And I've been to Vancouver. It's about the only part of Canada I've been to. And my sister and I went up there for a day to Vancouver a few years ago, and about 5 or 6 years ago, and I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it. But looking back on now, what I see, I'd love to go see Vancouver Island. They say it's so beautiful. A lot of stuff up there, and just explore around for a few days, and possibly plan an Alaskan trip. That would be my 49th or 50th state. It's 2 more states I haven't been to. Now, there is one state that I haven't been too deep into, but I've been to Nebraska, but I haven't explored into the cities of Nebraska. So we'll do that too, maybe in time. But I've been to 48 states. I've been to all lower 48 states, technically speaking. And I want to get out there. So much more to see. And I'm going to document that. So when I can. But anyway, guys, just wanted to jump on. All is well. I'm working on that. Just kind of doing things one day at a time. I've, as I told some of you guys, back on May 13th, I lost my dad, and, it's so weird. It's just been weird, I get anxious sometimes, like I just want to pick up the phone and call him, and I can't, And you go through that a while. I went through that with my mom, and it was really weird. I think what helped me get through with my mom is that my dad was there, and it was good that we were around for that. He needed us around him a lot after that happened years ago, but it just is, it's weird. It's kind of hard because I was over at my brother's for 4th of July, and we were eating, and, my stepmom was there, and her mom, and my brother's in-laws, and it was just so weird because my dad wasn't there, and it's like, he should be here. He should be sitting at the table with a plate of food, hanging out with us, and it, as we all go through that in life, we really do, and it is part of life, folks, and, yeah, if I know my dad, he wouldn't want us sitting into a hole of grief. He'd want us to keep rolling with life, because that's what we're here for, folks. He did with his parents, and so should we. So anyway, I hope you're well. I'll see you in the next. I'll keep you guys updated on how these curtains work. That's probably going to be my next video, especially if it pisses me off. I've had a few of those videos. But anyway, we'll see how it works. I'll catch you on the next one. Be cool. Thanks. Bye.